Hi, welcome back to my garden. I'm Kim. It's Monday evening. It's absolutely beautiful here. It's been on and off all day, but it's about 5:30 at night and it's pretty gorgeous now. So we'll just have a little wander around and see what's going on in the garden. It's not a huge garden. I've got about 300 square metres here in south central France, and I don't grow anywhere near what my family eats, but I like to grow as much as I can, and especially the little treat bits that cost a lot in the supermarket, and the little bits that I like to just be able to pop out and harvest fresh in the middle of the summer or in the middle of the winter, just to add to a dish that I'm making here, there and everywhere. So let's turn you around and go and have a look and see what's going on. At the moment we have these beautiful lilacs in bloom. We've got white lilacs here and over there at the back on the tree there. And round here, look at that display. Aren't they beautiful? I love to see them at this time of year. They don't last long enough for me though, and believe me, the fragrance is absolutely magnificent. Here we have got my medicinal herb bed. It is still very weedy. I still need to get all of this grass out. I keep saying that. I've got in here, is doing really well, my echinacea. So that's come back beautifully this year. And we'll see that start to flower before too long, I think. And then over here we've got mullein. Yes, it gets huge, but I quite like it here. It's quite architectural for this part of the garden. I've got some hyssop over there and amongst the grass. A wild geranium that's just shown up here and is flowering, so I've just let it be for a little while. Oh God, it's so sweet. And my chamomile, which is going mad. I've got German chamomile here, Roman chamomile here. I think you can roughly see which is which because the German chamomile is going a million miles faster than the Roman. I've got my lemon balm, which is doing its thing and taking over its bed as it does. I'll hack that back before long and take some in for tea. Look at him. Isn't he cute? Got my curry plant here and my Artemisia, my cola plant that smells just like Coca-Cola. It's beautiful. Some button parsley and my petunias. I love these. Beautiful. Really hard to capture the colour on that dark. It's purple and black almost. Velvet, it's gorgeous. I have a new thyme there to replace the old scraggly one. I'll cut that out and dry it all off to go in my herb store. There's some sage that needs clipping back. My artichoke, that's an imperial star, and one of my gooseberry bushes. The other one is here with some sweet fat gooseberries on. I can hear the bees buzzing around the strawberry flowers. Fantastic. Loads of strawberry flowers. They won't be too long. I've got a black currant there and a red currant here as well. And that's my soft fruit bushes, my small soft fruit bushes at the moment. Got a pot of alliums. They're coming up nicely. Got some Dontic alliums. I'm going to have flower on this one soon. And that was a bed of catmint. Oh, tripping over something. But it actually looks like something's been in and eaten all of the catmint. Possibly my cat. I wouldn't put it past him. So we'll have to see. I sowed some more seed in there the other day, so that could come back quite quickly when the seed takes, if the seed takes. I had an excitement earlier today. I need to weed this bed as well, but I don't know if you can see it very well. I have got, just here, a teeny tiny baby asparagus in my asparagus bed. He's the only one out of, I've got six crowns in here. He's the only one so far, but I have hope that the others are on their way. So say I need to come and weed all of this lot as well, because this grass just comes in from everywhere. I thought I'd done really well getting it all out, but not as well as I thought I had. Got more strawberries in here that have escaped their bed. Our little gendarme beetles that we get everywhere at this time of year here in France. They're harmless. They don't hurt anything. They're just everywhere, and you see them bumper to bumper wandering around as they're mating. Got some rhubarb. I don't know what type this is. It literally just said rhubarb, so that's all I know. We've got parsnips that I'm growing for seed. My agapanthus looks pretty much the same as last time. My splinter potatoes are all up now, and they're looking good, going great guns. I'm not seeing any doryphores on them just yet. Colorado bugs. We get Colorado bugs really badly here. I'm out here all summer picking off the larvae, picking off the bugs and stomping on them, because I've tried everything and none of the treatments seem to work. So it's just picking and stomping all summer long. Got cherries starting to make their appearance on the small cherry tree. The Dolwyn are coming up nicely too. I've got lots of flowers and a bumblebee on my gold raspberries. Got some beautiful blossom on the apple. It's looking gorgeous. Excuse the tractor, rural France. They go by all day, every day, but they have to. They're providing food, they're producing food. My blueberry, the flowers have gone over and I can see berries starting to form on there, so hopefully that's going to give us some berries. My witch hazel died. It's dead as a dead thing on a dead day with a degree in deadness. I'm going to have to rip it out and replace it with something, possibly another witch hazel, because I quite like having them around. They give beautiful orange flowers in the summer, in the early spring, and yeah, they're just really nice to see. Here I've got a few rows of radishes and a couple of rows of beetroot, not sticking their heads up yet. We're not there yet with the radishes and the beetroot. They only went in about 2 days ago, so it's not a problem yet. Round here we have the raspberry bed, which is going absolutely mental, as it does every year. Absolutely mental. My pile of weeds that I need to sort out in a minute. But doing this wander around is much more fun. Here I've got, you can see, all of my baby peas. These ones are Petit Provençal. And then along the other side we've got all of the Oregon sugar snap peas coming up all the way along there, so they should be good this summer. My children love the Oregon sugar snap peas. They call them garden sweeties, and they just come out and snack on them all summer. Shallots are doing well. They are doing well. plum trees, blossoms finished, start to set fruit. You can see on these. Somewhere. You see a little fruit there. I'll try and get some that are more, that are easier to see. There we go. You see the little fruits forming. These are this tree here, right in the centre of my garden, is a Reine Claude. It's a green gage and more than a plum, but it's got really nice, gorgeous fruits on it. I love them. I've got a peony and a honeyberry here, waiting to figure out where I'm going to put them, and a couple of hibiscus that my husband dug up next to them. Here I've got 2 beds that are currently empty, well, except for the flowering beetroot in the corner there. I cleaned out the rabbit hutch earlier today and manured these 2 beds with cold manure. This one is going to be sweet corn, climbing beans and squash. And this one is going to be tomatoes and basil. And then this one we've got a couple of rows of garlic. And then on the end here is my little row of forgotten things. So those are the cauliflowers that we saw the other day with the little white onions that haven't popped up yet on either side. I'm sure they won't be too long before they pop up. And I think that's about all that's going on at the moment. We've got the chickens and the Millennium Falcon over here. My Star Wars themed chickens. I've got a pear tree that I'm still deciding where that's going. I think it's probably going to go somewhere along this run because this polytunnel is likely to be moved over into this space here. So the chicken run will be extended out to almost the end of those beds. So the pear may go in the middle of this path here so that it ends up in the middle of the chicken run. But I need to make sure it's far enough away from that hazelnut tree so that they don't crowd each other. This plum here is horrible. It gives the worst bullet fruits ever, and I think it came from a fallen fruit. So it's not a particular variety, it's not a cultivar, it's nothing like the green gage that's over there and this big yellow plum that's also really gorgeous here. It's nothing like either of them, and it's really horrible. So I think I'm going to cut this down and plant our cherry that's over on the other side of the garden, currently in a giant pot, into this space, just a bit further over, just about here-ish. So then we'll have a nut tree, the pear tree and the cherry tree sort of in this area, well pruned, try and keep it small. And then where the cherry tree is currently in its pot, I'm going to plant into the ground this little peach that I've picked up so that we can have fruit almost all summer long then. So that's the state of play of the garden at the moment. In the polytunnel things are starting to look a lot busier. Down here we can see I've got some cosmos, some lupins, some zinnias and some belle du jour. I'm not sure what the name is in English of that one. Going just there on the floor. I've got some more lupins there and some comfrey that I ordered, some Bocking 14, Russian Bocking 14 off of eBay in the red pots, in the red round pots there. They're just starting. I know they're a bit late and they should be flowering by now, but I didn't get off my backside and order them earlier. On the floor there we've got some melon. I've got some watermelon and some Charentais melon, along with some courgettes and some purple sprouting broccoli. Let me turn you around for this next bit. Here we've got my table of goodies. Over on this side we've got some still very tiny late planted cherry tomato seedlings. I'll put them out at some point this week. We've got a cucumber next to it, along with the restarted cucumbers from where a snail got in and nipped the tops off of pretty much all of my cucumbers, which is annoying. Some sweet dumpling squash, some potimarron, some yellow melon seeds in the back there that my son really loves, butternut squash, which have not poked their heads up yet. We've got oh no, we've got more babies. Oh look, we've got more babies coming. Oh, that's typical. I've just bought some replacement tomato plants over there to replace the fact that I only had one in this pot. And now I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they're San Marzano, they're a plum tomato, so they're going to be my cooking tomatoes for the winter. My chilies didn't grow, so I've replaced them with some chilies over there, some bell peppers and some chilies I bought at the Garden Fete the other day. Cucamelons. My bell peppers didn't come up this year either, so again they've been replaced by store-bought starts. I've got some broccoli here. I've got another sowing of broccoli to do this week. I've got some year-round cauliflower. That was old seed. I actually got 3 more than I expected there. I just thought I'd use the seed. Some red Malabar spinach, some Hungry Gap kale at the back there. Some Moneymaker tomatoes again. I didn't really think they were going to do anything, but they've all of a sudden gone boop and sprouted. I've got some Jack B. Little pumpkins, hollyhocks. I've just got a couple there that are just starting to poke their head up. Some sweet corn, some rustler sweet corn. My sunflowers there looking nice. I've got a couple of beefsteak tomatoes there and a pineapple, that one. And then I've bought some new strawberry plants. I've got a lot of strawberry plants, but mine are not ever bearing, so I got these ones which are ever bearing at the back there. You can just see them. They are flowering. They've got some flowers in there somewhere. Look, here we are, just in there. Some bell peppers, a couple of little chilies there. I've got some more tomatoes there and some aubergines that I picked up from a plant fair and the village fete at the weekend. Thank you for coming and having a wander around with me. We'll see you next time.